So the other day I was on Reggie's channel because I don't want folks to get this misconstrued. First of all, I haven't been sub to Barbershop Conversations for quite some time now. And the reason why I haven't been subscribed to him for quite some time was because the flip-floppiness with the Al Haymond situation and the Elijah Muhammad stuff. I just couldn't stick around listening to that type of stuff when there's other things to be talked about. You know, you're attacking Elijah Muhammad for some of the things that he may or may not have did in the past, but there's a whole bunch of people out here that can get that same work, that did it to people that look like you and me, that's of the opposite race. But you won't do that. You know, you'd rather do it that way. And for some odd reason, he really believes that people are watching his pockets. Nobody's watching your pockets, man. You know, nobody cares about how much money you made off of those two films or anything. In all actuality, I'll always want success off of people, but I won't want no success off of somebody making a movie about Elijah Muhammad and depicting him that way, knowing damn well you could put your energy towards something else. You know, you could have put your energy towards some of those senators, some of those mayors, and some of the past governors, and some of the people that's been in politics in California, like Kamala Harris and stuff like that, and really doing some journalistic work and putting public shame to them, and in turn giving putting bread in your pocket. You know, but you got all the smoke in the world for Elijah Muhammad, but I don't see none of the smoke for the people that you talk about, brother this and brother that, and you ain't got no smoke for some of these ill white folks out here. Now that same day, old H Money came on after I left. He did a whole bunch of hooting and hollering, wanted me to pull up and shit like that to his crib in Memphis, Tennessee. And he said his address. And I don't think that's his address. I looked up the address, and it's a house that's owned by a company. So if that is his house, he's renting. If that is his house and you're putting your address out there and somebody was to do a drive-by or whatever the case may be, you know, I mean, of course, it's not your house. You wouldn't have to pay for it, right? Or he probably gave his neighbor's address or somebody else's address. You know, what if somebody goes and shoot up that place and they got kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or hit them? That'd be some very cowardly ass shit, right? But nonetheless, 712, whatever the Cove Street, the street name is, and all that stuff. No matter what, you know, it's a real cowardly act to sit there and pump out some false or your address or somebody else's address. No matter what, it's a real dumbass cowardly act, man. Because I'm pretty sure you ain't the only one that live in that house, because that's what it said online. So you could get somebody else hurt that live with your ass too. So it's a real cowardly act of that guy. And I'm surprised people are still subscribed to him. Like, let me tell y'all something. Y'all be feeding into the most worst kind of rhetoric on the internet, and these guys are fucking mentally fucking ill. H Money is mentally ill. And you could tell. There's something wrong with that dude, and he need to go sit on somebody's couch. For you to come on the internet and put on your fucking Superman cape, drop out of the motherfucking skylight, you know what I'm saying? Like a fucking bald eagle, you know what I'm saying? And do all that cussing and hooping and hollering all over because I gave it to that motherfucker like everybody else should. We're not saying don't listen to Hawthorne, Barbershop Conversations, unsubscribe from him and all that stuff. What we're saying is that shit with Elijah Muhammad and that shit with old Al Haymond, with no energy for nobody else, that's fucking up around this game. It sounds little bit like somewhere, shape, form, somebody hit you at home with something. Like, this is personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody in NOI did something to you, and now you got to go out of your way to do something to them personal. Just like it was personal when you couldn't come to any of the events as PR and as press at none of these PBC events and some of these other events. It was personal. And you even said that you're going to try to do everything in your power to destroy folks, man. No, in little words. You know, you got personal with this shit. You know, and like I try to tell folks, man, and this is the reason why you pay attention to how people fucking move and they react, and it will give you indicators that they the ones who got a problem. H Money, listen to that dude. Something is wrong with him. And you idiots go up over there and y'all listen to these dudes. Y'all entice these people to keep spilling out the fuckery, not knowing now and well that this is the reason why in real life people get hurt. You know, this is the real reason why in real life people get hurt. As a wise man, if somebody calls you out on the internet and tell you to pull up to somewhere, or you pull up to them, you ought to be a fucking fool. If I tell you to pull up to my motherfucking house, or pull up to a location where I am, it's gonna be myself or some other folks waiting in the cut for your ass, locked and loaded. Don't ever think that everything ain't nothing fucking fair. Ain't nothing fair in fucking life. Life ain't motherfucking fair. A lot of these cats out here ain't gonna give you no fucking fair one. You're gonna pull up, or they're gonna pull up, and it's not gonna be what you think. You know what I'm saying? You guys are some idiots. Oh, that shit sounds good when you're saying on the internet, you're threatening people, you beating on your chest like a silverback gorilla. But at the end of the day, this is how people get fucking hurt. You know, and there's nothing cool about it. There's nothing cool about threatening somebody on the internet. There's nothing cool about overinflating who the fuck you is, because your fans it's like everybody want to see train wrecks. Everybody want to fucking see train wrecks on the internet. Everybody wants to see a fucking train wreck, but for what? For what? Like, how is it like? It's already bad enough that most folks is addicted to internet. Got an email. You know what I'm saying? They're already addicted to social media. They already think that half the shit that people say on the okay. I'll read that in a second. It's already bad enough that people believe things before verifying shit. They don't trust but verify nothing that they hear from these guys. You know, on social media when it comes to news. You know, you still got people over here arguing about Spence and Crawford. You know what I'm saying? You still got people making narratives about that, knowing now well both sides ain't saying neither side is ducking. So what does that tell you? Crawford says he want a rematch clause, but Spence got a rematch clause. Wilder asked for a rematch clause, and it was no problem. Everybody agreed with it, but now all of a sudden this Crawford, it's a problem. It's called business. It's called fucking business. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks, I guess, they ain't never done fucking business. It ain't meant to be fucking nice. It ain't meant to be fucking fair and everything for the consumers. Is what benefits you. Not the fucking fans. Not all these other yahoos and shit like that. You. Your company. Your brand. And that's what a lot of these cats don't understand. You know, You know, back to this Hawthorne and H Money, these two characters. You know, I told Fred, I had mad respect for his ass. You know, told him about himself on his channel with his grind and his hustle and all that shit. He was doing very good things. But one thing I'm not going to stand for is somebody who's going out of their way to be nasty to somebody else because they have a little fan base. And it shows. Your number's been dropping. You know, your view count's been dropping. And the reason why it has been dropping is because people are in disagreements, and the people that you got left over there are, you know, look at them. Listen to the people that believe in the shit that you're saying. It's like, oh, you know, these black folks, you know, they don't know how to think for themselves and this and the third. It's like, what do you mean we don't know how to think for ourselves? Because obviously you want to think for us. You want us to believe you. So if we don't believe your ass, you know what I'm saying? It's all of a sudden we're brainwashed. If we don't believe your ass, all of a sudden we crabs in the barrel. If we don't believe your ass, you know, all of a sudden we some type of nut hugger. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he does it. And all you motherfuckers be eating that shit up. Like, he talked about me first, I talk about him. Like, I give you two examples. He's quiet the whole time I'm speaking. But as soon as I say, damn, man, you looking like AB, you ain't in the gym, he chimes in to say, oh, personal attacks. Knowing now well, he already personally attacked me before I even came on the show. You see what I'm saying? That's what he tries to do. He tries to sit up over there and come up with fictitious ass shit to make people look out to be something that they not, so he can look good. Then he goes in and saying, I'm worried about his money. That's what it's about. Oh, one thing is it's about his looks. The next thing is about the money. It's not about the money, fool. We know the shit was a bust. Not only do we not know the shit was a bust, like, not only do we know the shit was a bust, but we know now well that at the end of the day, you lied about all these Academy Award shit. Your shit wasn't nominated for nothing. You know? It's okay to I guess, in the business world, to lie a little bit, to overinflate your brand and stuff like that, so people think that, you know, you got it this way and it must be good and stuff like that. But it wasn't nominated for shit. So don't give me that. Let's see here, man. You know, H Money. You know, whatever, dude, man. You off the chain, bruh. You need to get your shit together. You probably should be allowing these people to get in your head like that. Take your medicine, man, because that shit that you be pulling and shit like that, jumping out of the sky, caping for fucking Fred Hawthorne, man, that's ridiculous, man. The shit that you did, man, is the unbecoming of a fucking man. You ain't nothing but a boy. That's what you is. You ain't nothing but a boy, and you will always be a boy until you get your shit together. Now, on that note, shout outs to everybody in the boxing world, and everybody stay sucker free.